While we sit here waiting for this Montreal Canadiens demi-dom video to be approved by YouTube, we have ourselves some news with the Detroit Red Wings to dive into. The Red Wings have made a signing. Viktor Arvidsson to Detroit, 2 years, $5 million a year. Credit to Emily Kaplan, who made the initial report. Pierre LeBrun went out there and posted about it as well. This is a pretty good value signing for Detroit, especially with some of the departures that the team is unfortunately going to have to deal with. We don't know what's the future for Patrick Kane. We don't know what David Perron is going to do. But at the very least, the Red Wings are getting a top 6 caliber winger. Viktor Arvidsson is 33 years old, 5'10", 181, a right-handed forward who can play both sides on the left and the right, who is coming over to Detroit till he is 35 years old. And I'd say that for $5 million apiece, a guy who has gotten 50 points last year in 69 games played, bouncing back from a down year in Edmonton where he had 27 points in 67 games. Viktor Arvidsson is one of these weirder guys that started out his career super hot. He was a former 4th-round pick in 2014 by Nashville, but inevitably, he came out of the gate flying. Imagine this, drafted 2014 4th round. He makes the NHL team for 6 games the very next season. Yeah, he played in the AHL for most of it, and by the time he was 19, he had 56 NHL games. But if that doesn't show you the crazy development curve that Viktor Arvidsson experienced a decade ago, I don't know what will. It was very quick before he was a 60-plus point guy in back-to-back seasons with the Nashville Predators, before declining a significant amount in terms of his point-per-game numbers. He then spent a season in LA where he had 49 points and then another with 59 points before finishing things off with that team with 15 points in 18 23-24 games. A very unfortunate season for Arvidsson as he did not get the sample size needed to justify sticking around. He went over to Edmonton, tried to be a part of a winning team. The Oilers made the finals and Arvidsson had 7 points in 15 games in that run. This previous season, Arvidsson had 54 points, 69 games, so one of the better point-per-game seasons of his career. He also had 2 goals in 4 playoff games against the Boston Bruins in round 1. One may wonder, why is it that Boston did not sign this guy and they didn't bring him back at $5 million a year? That seems quite unreasonable when you think about it. So for Viktor Arvidsson to sign with Detroit, this is a really good opportunity for him. He's going over to an organization where winger depth is needed, and with the futures of some other Red Wings guys in question, Patrick Kane especially, this is another really nice replacement to go out there and suit up at the very least alongside of Alex DeBrincat on the second line, if you wanted to say that. The Wings still need to get a center though, so we'll see whether or not that gets fulfilled. Speaking of which, here's a crazy stat as tweeted out by Max Bultman. The only players minimum 50 minutes time on ice with more 5-on-5 points per 60 than Arvidsson's 306 last season were Nathan McKinnon and Nikita Kucherov. Bultman says he doesn't expect that to keep up in Detroit. He was 1.36 in 24-25 and 2.1, which was still pretty strong, in 23-24, but it is notable. What have we been saying about the Red Wings the past calendar year and a bit? Their power play looks pretty strong some nights. They could stand to use some more 5v5 point production, though, and Viktor Arvidsson is a guy that seems like he will provide a ton of that. So, hey, between him and the contract given out to Carter Mazur earlier today, 2-year deal, AAV of $875,000, seems like the Red Wings are making some moves, and I like it a lot. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How do you feel about the Viktor Arvidsson contract? I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.